Hey guys, today we're going to be creating a fall damage system with LJ stats and effects. First thing you're going to want to do is create a guy that can fall. We're going to bring him over here. We're going to add a rigid body for physics. We're going to add a stat handler. It's necessary for the system to work. Next, we're going to add a data, which is just what type of thing is this. So this right here is a destructible scene object. We defined it earlier. You can define it like this. Create LJ stats, and then you're going to want to do a stat set. So this is a stat set. Now we're just going to call this guy, I don't know, whatever. Doesn't matter. Name it whatever you want. We created this in the last tutorial. We're going to go to start stats. So these are what kind of stats does this guy have at the start. He has health, and he has burn. So if you want to create a stat, it's generally the same thing. You go about it like this, and then just, yeah, that's pretty much it. I've already created some of these for other experiments with this, but we're going to go back and go on with it. So how many updates per second? About 5. That's all that really matters. We're going to go with, oh yeah, fall damage. So let's go into this fall damage script. Now you guys might not have this, but we are going to create it together. And it's going to be in the released version. You're going to need version 1.0 for this, which I am going to publish as soon as I release this video. But let's go about it. So float damage velocity. This is the velocity that the damage kicks in. This is basically how fast does he hit the ground for us to trigger the damage, which is like this impact. So impact data. Now you might be familiar with this layout if you've used this system before. This looks familiar. That is because this is how the effects work. So they have a set of data, and they are the same type of object. We have an additive and a multiplier. This adds to the stat, or if it's negative, it removes it. The multiplier multiplies the stat. So it's pretty simple. Generally, you're going to want the multiplier to be 1, just because it's easier that way than just setting it to 0. I don't know, it's not very many use cases for that. Now we're going to head back in to the IDE. Now if we take a look at this impact data, we can modify this with this value right here. We're going to go into that in a bit. But we have the stats, which we just cache here. We just get the transform.stat handler. What is that? Well, that's just an extension that speeds up the get component. It just hides the get component, really. It's just a fancy way of doing it. Token equals new effect applier token. So here we're going to have to create a new token. We don't really need to reference any effect for this. We don't really need any sort of stats. This is the thing applying it, and the time is now. So here's where we create a new void on collision enter. So when the object hits the ground, what's going to happen? So if the relative velocity to magnitude, which is basically just like how fast it hits the ground, if it's over damage velocity, then we're going to, and this doesn't really matter, but this updates the time in the token. So we're going to do stats.try apply dynamic effect. The try apply dynamic effect method allows you to pop in a data instead of an effect. It's really nice. So we can do impact data, add this little multiplier here, which is the ratio of the impact hit to the damage velocity, and we pass in the token. So here there's quite a few extensions for stat effect data. This allows you to modify it at runtime. Let's say you want the damage of a gunshot to be dependent on how far away the character is, stuff like that. You can multiply or change it directly. Let's say we want to do width. See, we can do some of these. Now this is my favorite one because it's generally the most useful, unless you're doing like some kind of weird crystal thing. But yeah, here we go. So we got collision relative velocity magnitude divided by damage velocity. So let's say we hit the ground at speed 10. Speed 5 is what we want to look for. Then it's going to multiply the damage by 2. It's going to give us minus 20 here when it hits the ground. And we pass in the token, of course. And then, yep, that's all. Sounds good. Let's head back into Unity and give it a try. Boom. Okay, he hit the ground. So he lost about 30 points of health. That means his speed hitting the ground was about 3 times more than 5. I don't know, 15. Let's say we change this to be like 10. So we want this to be 10. So now it's going to be about just he should lose about maybe 15 health. Maybe 15 health, you know. Not too much. Let's see. Boom! As expected. So the system works as expected. We're going to do 5. I like 5 a little bit better. Actually, maybe 10 for this example. Okay, next thing we're going to want to do, we're going to want to add a response. Like we want to show when this guy's hurting, right? This right here, the stat change listener, this is the next part of the system. So you're going to add this stat change listener. This allows you to basically, when his health changes, we want to do other things in response to that. So what are we going to do? How's it going to respond? Well, we have to add a responder. Now, this is my favorite responder, the progressive responder. It basically just lets you set things according to what percentage it's at. So here, response, drag and drop this, set it up. Now we add some occurrences. What is an occurrence? Well, that's what happens. So floor, ceiling, what value? Okay, so ceiling, let's say it's at 100%, it's going to be 1. Floor, 0.9. So from 0.9 to 1, it's going to be doing nothing. But let's say our health is about 0.7. Let's say it's 70%. Well, we want our guy to turn red. So we're just going to drag and drop that. We're going to do shared material right here and change it to red. Okay, let's give that a save. Give that a try. Now when our guy falls, he should be perfectly fine until we drop him twice. Let's give him a try. And of course you can extend this however far you want. Okay, look at our guy. He's got 85% health. No, that's not very good. Let's give him a little bit more damage. Oof, boom, now he's red. That's perfect. So the system works. As you can see, we've quickly set up a fall damage type of system. The code is as this. It's only a few lines, really. This is all the lines that matter. And it's very simple. You see, this is the benefit of the LJ Stats and Effects package. You can pretty quickly set things up like this. You can take it a little bit further, go for health, ammo, stuff like that. Now let's say we want to watch this guy's health, right? Well, it's not very hard at all. We can do it like this. Scroll bar. Set up a little scroll bar to show his health, because man, it matters. We want to know how this guy's doing, right? Let's get rid of this handle. I don't really need that as far as I'm concerned. Oh, never mind. I deleted it. My bad, guys. Okay, we're going to have this be red. We want to show his health is red. Left to right. Oh, I'm stupid. My bad. I meant to put this thing instead. Let's go with a slider. Yes, that's right. That's right. Slider. Handle slide area. We don't need that. So we're good. Oh my goodness. I just keep doing it. I don't know how I'm doing this. So let's see. We're going to want to, how about we just listen to this guy right here? Oh wait, no, we already have that. How about we also just pass in the stat effect into this slider, right? We want to look at his health. Well, here we can set the value. Set the value. Now it's going to show his value. What it's going to show based on what is it called? It's going to show based on. Okay, wait, hold on. I don't know why this is not working how I want it to be. Red, there we go. Perfect. Okay, now it's going to show his value based on this slider. So we're going to be able to see his health in real time. As you guys can probably imagine some uses for this. It's a very efficient system. It's very quick to set things up. I personally enjoy it for prototyping, and that's why I made it. So, boom! It's so fast. It's very simple to set up, and this stuff can all be quickly modified. You can change things around. You can set things up in new ways. And that is basically how you're going to want to create a fall damage system with LJ Stats and Effects. Now, as you can see, took us a couple minutes to set up, but ultimately it was pretty interesting. Pretty abusive to this little capsule guy, but you know what? It was fun. So thank you guys for watching, and I hope you have a great day.